Thank you, my lord.
Maybe you
Yes.
want us to excuse Mr.
Yes, Mr. Majogo, he won't be joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
Let's cut this.
Sorry, Mr. Mpofu, you can proceed.
Thank you, my lord and honorable assessors. If you may have yes.
So we are going up to 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, yes.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Mpofu, if I may go to another area, correct that the first payment from the Ministry of Agriculture was deposited into the account of Black Deck Private Limited on the 22nd of April 2022.
Mari mtanga account chekubhadharwa kwemari kukamba neBlack Deck Private Limited neMinistry of Agriculture yakaiswa muaccount yeBlack Deck Private Limited musi 22 April 2022.
Yeah, ndofunga apa maita mix up because statement ya mandipa the Militech Enterprises.
I think there was a mix-up because the statement that you had given to me is for Militech Enterprises.
Yes, go to the statement for Black Deck.
And then I pay Black Deck.
Umromo akaska kuyiwana mondi batsiro because apa so far.
If I may be assisted with the document.
Where is the orderly? Where is the orderly? Maybe we...
Officer, come forward.
Oh, Registrar? Registrar? You can give the witness this through the orderly. You can give the witness that exhibit.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Right. I think should be on page, it's written 75
Page 75.
in long hand.
Pano apana pakanyorwa zvapo.
Hey, go to inside where you find bank statements.
Bank statement ye Black Deck Private Limited naiona. Inotanga musi wa 5 April 2022.
That's the one.
Okay.
If you go towards the last entry, last two entries,
Yes, no paona.
now how much was deposited into, how much was credited into Militech account? Sorry, not Militech, Black Deck Private Limited.
Account ye Black Deck Private Limited.
In 901 million, sorry, is Zim dollars currency, and figure yacho in 9,294,200.
The amount is in Zimbabwean ZiG, and it is $9,294,200.
901 million, isn't it?
Yes.
294,000 in $200.
$901 million, $294,200.
Yes.
Yes.
And on that day, the mid rate, that is on the 22nd of April 2022, the RBZ mid rate against the United States dollars was $155, which is 155.14119. So the amount that was deposited into account was almost equivalent to about 809,509.
Sorry, I got lost somewhere.
It was equivalent
He
to
had said that the amount deposited was 9,294,200.
yes.
Then,
The mid rate on that day against the US dollar.
well, that appears on the statement.
It's not, but anyone can ascertain it. The lawyers can easily ascertain that. It's public knowledge.
If he's saying the lawyer who can ascertain, then the witness obviously cannot ascertain. He's not saying how that can be ascertained. So I think it misplaced to ask the witness that question. Unless he can tell the witness the formula by which that mid-rate can be ascertained as the witness is in the witness statement.
Yes. We have a difficulty with you putting to the witness what the mid-rate was. While we accept that it is something that could be ascertained, but we are not here to ascertain things.
Yes, I'm saying a mid-rate.
Yes.
For RBZ mid-rate, it is public knowledge.
But how will it be part of the record? I mean, ordinarily, things have to be proved. Unless you ask us to take judicial notice of something. No. But that is done in the state case, normally.
My lord, in this particular case, the state is putting to him a particular figure. So if the lawyer does not agree with the mid-rate on that particular day, they can always challenge it and then give their own mid-rate. But right now, any one of them can ascertain what the mid-rate is, whether what the state is saying is correct or not, because it is public knowledge. You can, for any day, whether 16 June 2024, what the mid-rate was, it is ascertainable, because every person has got access to it. You don't have to go and ask anywhere. RBZ mid-rate on a particular day.
Yes, I totally agree with you. What we are concerned about is the procedure of placing that fact before the court, because it is a fact which you want the court to act upon, or it's something that you want this court to accept as a fact.
Yes.
And ordinarily, what we would have expected is that at the time that the exhibits were produced and you wanted the mid-rate to be part of the state case, you would have then have either sought admissions or you would have asked us to take judicial notice of that if we could. But what it means now is he may not agree. He may not disagree, but it's not necessarily correct.
So that's why the state was now leaving it with the lawyer. If they are not in agreement with what came out of cross-examination, to then say what the...
But are you not at risk of placing facts before the court?
That is actually, because he cannot be giving evidence.
No, you will not speak because he did not object.
My lord, in cross-examination, it may be suggested, a suggestion may be made. A witness can either agree or not agree with the suggestion without the cross-examiner be seen to be giving evidence, because it is up to the accused person to then respond. Alternatively, I can, if the court wants, I can structure the question.
Okay. Okay, very well.
My Lord, with your indulgence, I just wanted to clarify something on behalf of the second accused person. The reason why we have not taken an objection, because it is not yet part of it is not being put to us.
Yes.
But certainly, if it is to be put to us, we would have some issues. But for now, it's not our case to.
It's not your case.
Indeed. I just thought I should bring that to the attention of the court.
Okay.
Yes,
I find myself in a very tricky situation, particularly where there's been no objection by because cross-examination is very wide. You want to establish certain facts. It's the reason why we allowed even the other question. Maybe the witness is at large to comment on what is being put to you.
Maybe I would say, as you had correctly observed, my Lord, the normal thing you would find maybe something from the RBZ being produced by the state and it not being a contested position from what the central government has said. So you were very correct to say, well, it's supposed to be a fact. As at that date, it was worth so much. So that would require something from the RBZ or any other official.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yes, you were correct in that observation.
Perhaps the state now wants to establish that through him, they are allowed to do that. Yes, so the question will be allowed.
Yes, my Lord, we can go by the RTGS.
Yes.
If that is a problem with them, that was the currency of Zimbabwe without converting it.
Okay, so you are not pursuing that?
I'm not pursuing it at all.
So we record that question.
Yes.
Yes, you...
Now, Mr. Mpofu, you said that the deposit from Ministry of Agriculture was made on the 22nd of April 2022.
Mpofu, mati mari yakabva kuMinistry of Agriculture yakaiswa kama account yeBlack Deck musi wa 22 April 2022. Yes.
And on that particular day, which was a Friday, I don't think this would be an issue, that it was 22 of April 2022, it was a Friday. That can be ascertained.
22 April 2022, why was it?
On the same day, you made 78 deductions from the amount that was deposited on a single day.
How many?
78 transactions.
I object to that. You made, I don't know, if he's saying you made to the witness, there's no basis, no evidence has ever been given to the effect that the accused person made withdrawals from it.
Well, you, in the sense that he is part of Black Deck Private Limited, is that right?
You may clarify that. If he is making reference to Black Deck,
I don't think that should worry you at all. That exhibit was let in, and we all know that it belongs to Black Deck, and we know that they are talking. But anyway, Mr. I think I miss Mr. Mr. Mabaudi, you can rephrase your question. Maybe you could say, on the same day, Black Deck Private Limited.
Black Deck Private Limited made 78 deductions from that amount.
Kunzika musi woyu wakaiswa mari uyu musi wechishanu wa 22 April 2022. Company yeBlack Deck Private Limited yakaburitsa mari ka 78 kubva muaccount iyoyo musi umwe chetewo.
And 78.
You can count the transaction.
No, it's fine.
Unokwanisa kuverenga kuti kai wakangani pakaburiswa mari.
Because in terms of the statement, there are pages, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages of deductions on a day when
6 pages of the statement.
yes, on a single day upon receiving the money.
pamakagamuchira mari iyoyi kubva kuministry of agriculture pakabva paitwa 78 madeductions musi mumwe chete iwoyo pane mapeji 6 kubva pastatement ramapiwe amadeductions.
According to the statement, ichokwadi Blackjack Private Limited, through its finance and administrator, who is responsible for my transactions, SA Blackjack, ichokwadi zvakaitika sekuda.
It's true, from the statement, Blackjack Private Limited, through its Director for Finance and Administration, made all those transactions.
And prior to the credit from Ministry of Agriculture, now from the 5th of April to the 22nd of April, Blackjack Private Limited's account there was an overdraft throughout that period. And on the 22nd, it was $139,922.64 in overdraft, a minus.
How much
balance.
was the overdraft?
139,912. And
139,112.
no, 912
912.
and comma 64.
In the debit. There was an overdraft.
Yeah, a debit, yes. There was an overdraft.
Yes, okay.
So it had spent from the 5th, when the statement was where it started, to the 22nd. It was constantly. There was overdraft.
Word would be that the account was overdrawn.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you, my lord. That is the proper accounting term.
Yes.
Zviri kunzika musati mawana mari iyoyi kubva kuministry of agriculture kubva musi wa5 April kusvika musi wa22 kambani yenyu akaunti yayo yanga ine overdraft ye$139,912.64.
Sezviripa statement ndizvozvo.
As it is noted on the statement, that is correct.
Now, the following day, which was a Saturday, the 23rd of April 2022, you made 36 transactions.
Zuva racho raitevera raiva
The company,
mugovera.
Blackjack Private Limited, made 36 entries on a Saturday.
Company ye Blackjack Private Limited yakaitawo matransaction 36.
Kana zvirizvo zviripa statement ndobvumirana nazvo.
If that is what is on the statement, I agree with it.
And on the Monday, following Monday, 25 April 2022, you made 78 entries.
Musi wemuvhuro wacho, musi wa25 April 2022, makaita matransaction 78.
Sezviripa statement ndobvumirana nazvo kuti finance director weBlackjack Private Limited akaita matransactions iwayo.
As what is on the statement, I agree that the finance director for Blackjack Private Limited made those transactions.
And what is interesting, which is quite telling in terms of the expenditure, was that in respect of Militech, on the 23rd of April, that is a day after receiving the deposit, on the same day it was given 1,320,000.
Chimwe zvakare chiripo tinonyanyofadza ndechekuti kambani yeMilitech musi wa23 April mushure mezuva rimwe chete mawana mari iyoyi. Kambani iyoyi yakaisirwa mari inoita iyo 1,320,000 muaccount mari.
On the same day again, $1.320,000, 1,320,000 in RTGS.
Yes. Okay. And the answer is yes.
Andikubira kupaona ipapo
Go to the 23rd.
And then item for 23.
Right. On the 23rd, you see.
ndapaona vamapauti, thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Ndikuona inini pandikuona musi wa 23rd of April 2022 ndikuona figure rakatransferwa kumilitech i100 million.
Yeah, I'm coming to that.
Iyi yamataura iyi iri pamusoro emilitech ye1.3 andisikuiona vamapauti.
From the document, I can see that the amount which was transferred to Militech is 100 million. I'm not
on top
seeing
of-
the figure that you had mentioned.
On top of the 100 million, there is 1,320,000 where it is written Militech Enterprise.
And pamusoro pe 100 million, you pane mari inoita 1,320,000 yakanyorwa kuti Militech
Militech.
Enterprise.
Maonero andikuita inini vamapauti ima-bank charges maybe mungandibatsira tionesana because
From the way I see it, I believe these are bank charges. If
Okay.
you may assist me.
Okay, the 1.3 million may be bank charges for transferring the 100 million. Is that what you are saying?
Murukuti 1,320,000 imari yebhengi here yakabatwa pamakaendesa mari 1 million kuMilitech.
ndikufungidzira asi yandikuona iri
Sorry, how much
clear
was transferred to Militech?
i100 million.
There's 100 million. And there's another on top it on the 23rd again. There's 1,320,000, which he is saying it was a tax.
So there's 100 million and then 1,300,000, which is what you are discussing now.
Yes.
Do you
Did
see
you-
those figures?
Mari idzi muri kudziona here pagwaro renyu?
Actually vamapauti iri pamusoro yamukutaura iyi yakanyorwa kunzi ndeyezou harare 1.320.
The
Very
figure
clear.
that you had mentioned is the one meant for ZOL, which is
320
1,320,000.
militech iri pazaspa.
Militech is below that amount.
I see. Okay, it's fine. But there's 100 million.
Pane 100 million.
Then you go to the 26th of April.
10 times 26.
Another 100 million was transferred to Militech.
Pane imwe zvakare 100 million yakaendeswa kuaccount yeMilitech.
On the 26th of April.
26 April.
Ndikuona 100 million iripo apa musi wa 26 but haina kunyora kuti militech.
I see the 100 million is written, but it did not indicate Militech.
Menokana paripo.
I don't know if there's a portion where it is written.
On the
Militech.
26th, it is there, 26. But it's not written Militech, but you should go to Militech account, which is also attached there. On the 26th, you see that money which was credited from Militech, which is said to be coming from Black Deck Private Limited.
Pagwaro iroro
Go to
hapana
on the
kunyorwa.
26th with the account for Militech, you find that amount.
Pagwaro iroro hapana kunyorwa kuti Militech, asi mukaenda kuaccount yeMilitech pane pakanyorwa kuti mari yakaiswa 100 million yakabva kuaccount yeBlack Deck.
Ipapo ndenda kufanira kutarisa kozi apa pamama nditarisa hapana kunzi militech.
Yes, but there's 100 million. You go to the account for Militech, you find the 100 million.
Militech
On the
is
26th.
100 million 26.
Of April.
Okay.
Militech 26. pamapepa angu pastatement andisikuiwana pana.
I'm not about to allocate Militex account on my papers.
Pastatement yeMilitech yandinayo pana.
Martin?
Pastatement yeMilitech yandinayo andisikuiona 100 million musi wa 26.
On the Militex statement that I have, I'm not able to locate where the 100 million is written.
Oh, all right. Ndaiwana mama papa. Ndaiwana.
Yeah, I was going to show you. Do you see the 100
He has found
million
it.
which was credited?
He has found it.
Wow, good.
Ndaiwana.
Yes. So it means an amount of 200 million was credited to Militech, was transferred to Militech.
Saka zviri kureva kuti mari inoita iyo 200 million yandiyo yakaiswa kuaccount yeMilitech
On the 23rd and on the 26th.
musi wa 23 nemusi wa 26.
Ichowadi.
That is correct.
Then on the 25th,
Musi wa 25
go to the 25th.
and then musi wa 25
Mu statement yeMilitech zvakare.
No.
on the Militech statement.
Black Deck Private Limited.
And I have Black Deck Private Limited.
25.
I think page at the bottom is written 13 of 93. Page 13.
Pacho kuti 13 of 93.
Ndariwana page iroro.
I found the page.
You found it.
Yes.
To the next page.
And I have a page inotevera yacho.
There are about what? 4 transactions on that particular day which were made to finance Kabisira, your co-director.
The date.
25. It was on the 25th of April.
Musi wa 25 April pane matransaction 4 akaiswa kuna anonzi Finas Kabisira anova mumwe wemadirector here.
Ichowadi.
Page
That
50.
is correct.
What are the amounts? There are about 4 amounts which were made to on the same day.
Mari dzacho dzinoti nekuti paiva nemari 4 dzakaendeswa musi womwe chete iwoyo.
Correct that there's 140,000,
Ndizvo here kuti pane mari inoita iyo 140,000.
7 million.
Koita 7 million.
Mera itione mama pauti, sorry.
Wait.
Mati une 7 million.
Yes.
You said there's a figure of 7 million.
You go to the next page.
And ipa page
All right.
inotevera.
There are successive amounts on the same, at the same
Pane
time.
7
Pane
million,
mari
yes.
dzikuteverana dziri ipapo nguva imwe chete.
Yes, iripo 7 million.
Yes, 7 million.
I think we start with 140,000, 7 million, then 1,400, and then finally 70,000 on the same day.
Sorry mama
And tiri
pauti.
kutanga nepe 140,000 toenda pa 7 million toenda pa
400.
1,400 ne70,000.
140,000 pano pandiri kuti NB stores. And then yoteverwa nea Finas Kabisira.
The
Ndiyo 7
140
million.
on my document
Then
is
the next one.
indicated NB, but
Stores.
NB stores, followed by the one for Kabisira.
7 million. RTGS.
Keep on going because there are a number of amounts where we say the P Kabisira, P Kabisira, P Kabisira.
Rambai muchidzika nekuti pane mari dzakanyorwa dziri kuratidza kuti P Kabisira, P Kabisira.
Yoteverwa iyo semaverengero andikuzviita panapa neye 2,500
Iri kuteverwa.
ne 2,500.
Yes, 2,500.
Yeah.
There's an amount of 2,500
Then the next one,
inotevera.
The next one there is 70,000.
The next one is for the amount 70,000.
yes. Now, the other name for Kabisira, if you go to the 1st of July 2022, you also find 78,260, which was made in respect for an expenditure by Kabisira which was meant for buying beds.
Page number, date ripi?
On the 1st of July,
1st
2022.
of July.
Kaenda kamupemuswa 1 July 2022 munoona kuti pane mari inoita yo 78,260 yakaiswa kakuna P Kabisira iri mari yekutenga miredhi.
It was made for Kabisira.
It was
Meant for?
In respect for beds. Okay. On page 42, is that 41? My eyesight is failing.
For how much?
Yeah, page 41.
You said for how much?
It's for P Kabisira. It's transfer this. How much is it for? Yeah, the third transaction from the bottom.
Imariko transaction yechitatu kubva.
Where it's written beds for Kabisira.
Pakanyorwa kuti beds for Kabisira. Pane mari.
Page 41.
Yes, page 41.
Inila ndina information your statement.
I do not have that entry on my statement.
Is there no page 41?
Apana page 41 here.
The page 41.
I'm on page 41.
Yes, third item from below is
written
beds for Kabisira.
In a transaction in a 3.913 3,913,000 RTGS.
3 million?
3,913,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So 3 million. So I've been trying to, can you, Mr. Mpofu, when your company received money from the Republic of Zimbabwe's consolidated revenue into your account where you were in debt, you went on a serious expenditure, including buying of beds for almost 4 million. Do you think there was a slightest chance that goats were going to be bought? When the money, the 901 million was deposited, you were now buying beds. We understand, of course, people will be sleeping on the floor, but you start by buying beds a day after receiving the money. What is that?
Payakatambira mari kubva kuhurumende yeZimbabwe. Imimi zvinhu zvamakaita pekutanga kutenga mibhedha inotopotsa yasvika mari ingaita 4 million pamari yanga ifanira kunge ichitengeswa mbudzi.
In a single transaction.
Musi mumwe chete. Transaction imwe chete.
How was that relevant to the reason that you had won the tender for?
Izvozvo zvaenderana papi nezvikonzero zvakaita kuti mimi munge muchikwanisawo kupiwa tender iyi.
Yes, go ahead, answer. We are waiting for an explanation. How was were beds related to goats?
Mibhedha yaenderana papi nembudzi?
Chandingapindura nchiita ndechekuti mari payakapinda ichibva kuMinistry of Agriculture, my directors Black Deck Private Limited akaita meeting.
When the man was deposited from the Ministry of Agriculture, Black Deck Private Limited directors held a meeting.
Meeting iyoyo yanga iri maererano neconfirmation yekuti mari yauya.
The meeting was to the effect of the confirmation that the company had received the money.
Saka mu meeting iyoyo pakawiriranwa sevanhu vanga vakuziva vanga vatanga kuita preparation yekusupply mbudzi nekuita masetting up. Ma-farmers anga azvijekesa kuti mari havagoni kuitambira iri RTGS sezvo yayiloza value zvakanyanyisisa panguva yacho.
It was discussed in the meeting that the farmers had refused to accept the amount in Zimbabwean dollars since it was losing value.
No, Mr. Accused, I'm saying, how do you explain the purchase of beds for almost 4 million from consolidated revenue?
Munozvitsanangura sei izvozvo zvekutengwa kwemibhedha ingasvika 4 million pane mari yehurumende?
Ndo pandikuda kuti ndisvike.
That is where I'm going.
Get there immediately so that we progress.
Yeah, payment yakaitwa anyway ma-payments akaitwa more than 100 payments including yemibhedha ku-meeting ye-Black Deck Private Limited pakawiriranwa kunzi tiri kutenga mari mu-black market kuti tikwanise kuraisa ma-US dollars aidiwa nema-farmers, otherwise project yedu yaisatombosimuka zvachose.
It was agreed in that meeting that we were supposed to buy US dollars from the black market because the farmers were not going to accept the RTGS amounts and that the amounts were losing value.
Now, although we had an issue with the mid-rate, but if we are just using a rough estimate at the time, we are looking about $25,000 going towards the buying of beds. Is that not shocking?
$25,000.
Yeah, ndosaka pa landakumbira kuti ndikatsanangura kuti zvikwanise kumake sense.
That is why I had asked for the permission to explain so that I may understand.
We are just going by what is written there, that it was meant for beds. And we can even, if we can be fed that.
I think you must allow the witness enough time to explain. Because if he denied the witness that opportunity, saying we must go by what is written. So if he wants to go by what is written, he must not ask the witness. He must simply make submissions in respect of what is written. There's no point in asking the witness. But if he wants the witness to comment, he has to give him enough time to make comment.
Mr. Mabodi?
Now, what I will rephrase, my lord. Accused, the explanation which is given in your Benga in your statement, in the statement for Black Deck Private Limited, it was say almost 4 million was for beds. Was that a wrong narration?
Black Deck Private Limited zviri kuratidza kuti 4 million yaiva mari yaiva iri yemibhedha. Izvozvo zvacho zvakanyorwa ndezvenemei?
Ndo pandikuti ndinoda kutsanangura.
That is why I say
Actually,
I
you can
want
answer
to
that
explain.
Explain.
Zitsanangurai.
Black Deck Private Limited yakaita a resolution yekuti sezvo $1 iri richiluza value nekukasika nguva yacho iyoyo yatikutaura. Saka the Finance and Administration Director akapuwa mandate yekuti kutsvagwe vanhu vanoda kushandisa $1 chero munhu toti auya achida kuswaipa kana kunyaradzwa chaiko aitonoswaipirwa kunyaradzwa topiwa ma-US dollar. Munhu anoda kuswaipirwa kana kubhawa aiswaipirwa kana mubhedha wamukutaura ndonyaya imwe chete yaiitika.
What happened is that the directors for Black Deck Private Limited made a resolution that through the Finance and Administration Director that they were supposed to look for United States dollars because the Zimbabwean dollar was depreciating value and that they were able to make people swipe for them so that they can have US dollars.
I see. Go to page 18 of 93.
Page 18.
Yeah, ndo pandisha.
I found the page.
There is a figure of the third item. There is a figure. Now, can you explain the first three figures on that page? On the 26th of April 2022. The first one, what was it meant for?
musi wa 26 April 2022 mungakwanisa here kutsanangura amari dziripo nhatu idzo kuti dzaiva dziri dzei?
The first
three transactions.
three transactions.
Yekutanga ndikuona yakanzi 100,000.
The first figure is 100,000.
What was it? What was meant for who?
Yaiva irian.
Yakanzi CT Kabisira.
It was meant for CT Kabisira.
Then the next one is bank charges, isn't it?
Charges
I think so.
Now, I am particularly interested in the third transaction. What was it meant for?
Transaction
Etatu after yamatima bank charges ere kana kuti?
Yes, after bank charges.
Bank charges.
Payment iyoyo yanga iri 1.5 million.
Yes.
Yaienda iyo kuna PH Kabisira.
Who is the director? Which was meant for what?
The amount
salaries. Yakanyorwa kunzi salaries.
1,500,000 was meant for P Kabisira and is written or entered as a salary.
So, are you telling this honorable court that 4 days after the government of Zimbabwe deposited money into Blackjack Private Limited, your wife got a salary of 1.5 million, which was almost about $10,000 US.
Murikuzama here kuzvisadari kuti mushure memazuva mana kambani yenyu yawana mari kubva kuhurumende yeZimbabwe, mudzimai wenyu akawana mari inoita 1,500,000 ingava iwo inosvikawo 10,000.
Yes, Mr.
Yes, I think he's now trying to give evidence that the person who received the money is the witness wife. He has no basis for saying that.
Sorry. My apology, accused. I meant co-director, Kabisira, Pinas Kabisira, is the one who's given as a 1.5. If I said your wife.
You're actually rephrasing.
Yes, I'm rephrasing. It was a electoral attention or excitement, rather, as my learned colleagues would want to believe. So, 4 days from having a debit balance, your wife got 4 days later. Your co-director got a salary of almost 10,000.
Mushure memazuva 4 mushure mekunge mawana mari mudzimai wenyu anovawo.
No.
We totally understand, where the confusion is coming from. I'm surprised that it's such a big issue. The fact is that the accused had children with Kabisira, and normally, we are quick to assume that that's a wife. So
we are being respectful.
Don't really get offended by that. We know that we know where the slips are coming from, but don't be so worried about it, and don't reject it so much in public. I'm saying it's no big issue really. I don't think it goes to it matters most. It is that you leave that for addresses. Just focus on who received the money and then answer the question. Yes. We don't want really to make your relationship with Kabisira the issue. It might actually draw unnecessary interest. Do you realize that? Yes. So just focus on the question so that we quickly pass through this.
Okay.
So, my apology, Mr. Mpofu. I meant to say 4 days after the money was deposited from the government of Zimbabwe, your co-director Kabisira got herself a salary of almost $10,000 US, which is 1,500,000 RTGs.
Mushure memazuva 4 kambani yenyu yawana mari kubva kuhurumende yeZimbabwe, mumwe director wekukambani kwenyu anova hazvina ikabisira akawana mari ingasvika iyo 10,000 US dollars inova iyo 1.5 million zig.
Pekutanga ndakuti pakuti 10,000 US dollars ina ndigona kupa confirm. Amena kuti maiwana sei figure iyoyo.
10,000 US dollars figure.
Koze atambire mari yakada.
Because she does not receive that certain amount.
Well, I'm saying she got 1,500,000 RTGS.
Rikuti kakawana mari inoita yo 1,500,000 RTGS semari yake yebasa.
Ichokwadi.
That is correct.
Is that not shocking? That money within money was now already going out, which expenditure was not related to the reason for which you had been given the money.
Izvozvo hazvikatyamadzi kuti mari yanga yakungobuda mashandisirwo acho anga asiri kuenderana nezvikonzero kazvakaita kuti munge muchikwanisa kupiwa mari iyoyo.
Iyoyo ndoipindura nchiti sezvandataura paya pane possibility yekuti mari yakaiswa muaccount make ichinoswaipa mumashops kuti kukwanise kuwanikwa ma-US dollars.
As I had earlier on highlighted, maybe that amount was put in her account so that we can secure some United States dollars from the shops.
Now, on the 27th of April 2022,
27 April 2022.
5 transactions, one of 10 million, the second 10 million, the third 10 million, the fourth 4.5 million, the fifth one 9.5 million.
Oh, you're moving too fast. That was on the 22nd.
On the 27th of April.
How many transactions?
5.
5.
Yes.
For the figures?
Which is 10 million, 10 million, 10 million, 9.5, 9.5, which is almost 48.
You have given us
49.
Figures. 10 million, 10 million, 9.5,
so
9.5.
The 10 million, there are 3. 10, 10,
oh,
10.
Okay.
9.5, 9.5.
Zviri kunzika musi wa27 April 2022 pane matransaction 5 akaitwa nekambani yenyu anoratidzawo mari dzinotevera 10 million, 10 million, 10 million, 9.5 million, 9.5 million.
It went to First Need Enterprises.
Mari iyo yakaenda kune inonzi First Need Enterprises.
And the reason was that it was those were loans to those companies.
Chikonzero chacho chiri kuti aiva maloan emakambani wano.
Then on the same day again, there are also 4 transactions to Montero.
Musi mumwe chete iwoyo pane zvakare matransaction 4.
It's not to Montero, it's a Carry Enterprises.
Akaitwa
of
kune
10 million, 10 million, 10 million, 10 million to make 40 million.
Akaitwa neinonzi Carry Enterprises ema 10 million, 10 million, 10 million, 10 million kusvika pa 40 million.
Do you see those?
Oh.
Muri kuaona here? Yes.
Then, of course, on the 23rd of April, there was 80 million, which was transferred to Juluka project.
On which date?
23 April of 80 million.
Pane 80 million akaendeswa kune inonzi Juluka
projects, which I believe it is your company.
Ndinofungidzira kuti company yenyu.
It is your company actually.
Itori company yenyu.
Juluka projects. I'm one of the shareholders. I'm not even a director.
I'm one of the shareholders of Juluka. I am not the director.
And this director and the IC company.
And it's not my company.
But a day after receiving money from government of Zimbabwe, you transferred 80 million to Juluka projects.
Asi zuva rimwe chete mushure mekunge matambira mari kubva kuhurumende yeZimbabwe makaisa mari inoita 80 million kuaccount yeJuluka.
Ichokwadi.
That is correct.
Then on the 27th of April, which is about 5 days after receiving money, you also transferred another 10 million to Juluka.
Musi wa 27 April anova mazuva mashanu mushure mekunge wapiwa mari iyoyi makaisa zvakare mari inoita 10 million kuaccount yeJuluka.
Which a company which you were associated with?
Company yamune chekuita nayo mimi wacho.
Ichokwadi.
That is correct.
On the 17th of May 2022, you transferred another over 1 million. It was almost 1 million to Juluka projects again.
Musi wa 17 May 2022 mune makaisa mari inogona kusvika 100 million kuna account
100 million.
So it's not 1 million.
1 million kwa account yeJuluka.
Ichokwadi.
That is correct.
Mr. Mpofu, I haven't even spoken about money amounting to money amounting to 160 million, which was transferred to SEDA Petroleum. 160 million to SEDA Petroleum on the 25th of April.
Mpofu ansanda taura zvakare nemari inoita iyo 160 million yakaiswa kwa account yeSEDA Petroleum so 25 April.
There was also on the 27th.
Sorry, do you confirm that?
It's on page 16.
Page 16.
Number 1.
I found the figure.
SEDA Petroleum pamwechete neMilitech Enterprises neNomistal Enterprises sezvo ndakambotaura ndarerino iri anga ari ma-agents eBlack Private Limited.
SEDA Petroleum, Militech Enterprises and Nomistal Enterprises, as I had highlighted the code, are or were agents for Black Private Limited.
And pama statement ese pama figures amokutaura paka indicate kuti it's payment for goods purchases.
Yes.
On all the entries that you had highlighted, it's indicated that the money was meant for goods purchases.
Yes. Then to on the 17th of April to Nomistal, it was 66,665,000.
Deliver page and
It's page 19.
Page 19, pakanyorwa mari inoita 66,665,000.
Page 19. Yes, Ichokwadi.
Yes, that is correct.
What on what date?
That was on the 27th of April.
How much?
66,665,000 RTGS.
Yanga iri mari ya agency ekuti vatenge mbudzi.
That was money for the agents so that they will purchase goods.
Now, if you look at 200 million for Militech, 160 million for SEDA, and 66 million, over 66 million. If you add them, which is 160 plus 200 million to get 360 plus another 60 million, it will give you something like a 400 something million. Now, with that money which you say it was meant for buying goods, if you were to convert it on your own to United States dollars or to take it as it is and compare it to about 4,200 goods that were delivered to the government of Zimbabwe, and there were never any other deliveries. Yet this was money meant for goods. What happened to the goods? How much were the 4,200 goods worth?
Mukatarisa kamari yakashandiswa nekampani yenyu ichinzi ndo mari yacho yaitengeswa mbudzi, pane 200 million yakaiswa kuMilitech, ne160 million yakaiswa kuSEDA, ne66 million yakaiswa no misita mukaverenga mari iyoyi kana mukabatanidza mari iyoyi pamwe chete mari iyoyi inogonawo kusvika kumari inoitayo 420 million 426 million rtgs zvinoenderanawo papi nemari nembudzi dzinoita idzo 4200.
Those are the only goods which were delivered.
Idzi ndidzo mbudzi chete dzamakakwanisa kutsvaga.
In these companies, it was meant for buying goods.
Mari iyoyi yemakambani makati yanga iri yemari yekutengesa mbudzi.
Ya, ndichadzokera kumashure mbichana vamapa kuti nekuti mbudzi dzamataura idzodzo dzakatowanda pachitarisana nearrangement yatatiinayo. Mari iyi haisi ngori yekutenga mbudzi. Mari iyi yakauya sezvatakambotaura kuti yanga iri 30% yatataurira neMinistry of Agriculture. So tienda ndo
go ahead, accused.
Ndomhanya ndoti ma-companies ese yanga ari ma-agents including iyo Blackdeck Private Limited vaisungirwa kunzi mari iyoyo ishandiswe kuita setup ma-structures nekuita mamwe ma-logistics ekugadzirira basa rekusupplywa kwembudzi sezvo contract yembudzi yanga iri ye5 years kutanga 2021 kusvika 2026 zvekuti nanhasi contract iyoyo ichiri valid semaonero edu seBlackdeck Private Limited.
The arrangement that we had was that 30% of the amount was the one which we were given, and the company of
taifanira kunge dai takabhadharwa 30%, and iyi mari yamukutaura nezvayo kuti yanga yapinda yanga iri less than 7%, of which yakaenda kuti inoita ma-establishment ema-holding pens kutenga ma-chemicals eveterinary nekuseta up zvakasiyana-siyana for the 5-year period.
Mokutsanangura kuti mari munokwanisa rudzokora zvamatsanangura
ndekuti mari yataibhadhara ma-companies ma-agents yanga iri mari yekuti vakwanise kuita set up kuita preparation yeprogramu yedu yembudzi sezvo taitarisira imwe mari kuti ibhadharwe sekuwirirana kwedu neMinistry of Agriculture.
The amount that we paid for the agents or the companies was for them to set up structures and logistics in preparations for the procurement of the goods, as what was our agreement with the Ministry of Agriculture.
Yes,
Accused.
You can wind up on that point.
Okay.
Since we are way past 4 o'clock. But proceed until you have exhausted that.
Thank you. Accused. The Ministry of Agriculture went to every corner of this country in search of 32,500 goats that you said had been held in holding pens.
Ministry ye Agriculture yakatenderera nenyika ino yese ichitsvaga mbudzi 32,000 dzamaiti mimi dzakaiswa muchirugu kana muzvikwere zvaidzichengeta.
And you then said no, the goats were not held in holding pens, they were with different farmers.
Imi mukati kwete mbudzi idzodzi dzanga dzisiri muzvikwere zvadzo dzakachengetedzwa asi kuti dzaiva nevafurimi vakasiyana-siyana munyika yedu.
And those 32,500 goats were never found.
Idzodzo kambudzi dzinoita idzo 32,500 hadzina kumbobvira dzakaona.
Pekutanga inini Samosi Mpofu kana Blackdeck Private Limited haina payakati iyo kune mbudzi 35,000 or 32,500 dziri apa neapa neapa.
Myself, in my personal capacity as Moses Mpofu and Blackdeck Private Limited, there is nowhere where it was indicated or where Blackdeck Private Limited indicated where the goats were.
Inini zvandakataura maererano nembudzi kuMinistry of Agriculture zviripo and zviri minuted and zviri parecord.
What I said to the Minister of Agriculture pertaining the issue of goats is there on the record.
So, is it your evidence that the Ministry of Agriculture would traverse the whole country looking for 32,500 goats if you are not the one who had said those goats were in existence in your letter?
Mungati mimi Ministry of Agriculture ingafamba munyika munomese ichitsvaga mbudzi 32,500 kana zvanga zvirimo kana imi manga musina kuzvitaura mutsamba yenyu?
Inini tsamba yekutaura nezvayo handiizivi.
I do not know anything pertaining the letter that you
Kana iripo pamwe ndikaiona toona kuti ndakazvitaura papi.
letter and see where and indicated to me where.
Did you not discuss that issue with Mr. Mindurwa?
Hamuna iri kutaurirana maringe nezvenyaya iyoyo navanhu venyu?
Mumeeting yatakaita handina kutaura izvozvo.
In the meeting that we held, I never said that.
Did you hear evidence from the ministry saying that there was indication from your company that there were 32,500 goats and arrangements were then made to go and verify those goats?
Makanzwa ere humbo uchibva kuministry uchitaura kuti mimi mukambani menyu manga makataura kuti kwanga kune mbudzi 32,500. Ministry Agriculture ikaenda chinotsvaga mbudzi idzi.
Mukutaura zvakanaka vamwe pakuti nekuti kana company yakadaro inini handisi company and inini as a representative wecompany kana kuti saMoses Mpofu handina kumbobvira ndadaro.
You are saying that it was the company which said that, but I did not say that myself as in my personal capacity as Moses Mpofu.
So you said that on behalf of the company?
Makazvitaura izvozvo makamirira company.
Aiwa ndikuti inini tsamba iyoyo number 1 handiizivi handisati ndamboiona yamukutaura.
Firstly, I am not aware of the letter that you mentioned.
Number 2, handisati ndambobvira ndati kune mbudzi 32,000 kana murekodi riri pano randakaona handina kumbobvira ndadaro mumaminutes.
Secondly, I never said that there were 32,500 goats in the minutes.
So when the goats could not be found by the ministry, you were then invited to go along with the ministry to go so that you could go and show them the goats, you and your co-accused person. And that is when you then refused and you said you were going to engage the permanent secretary.
Imimi pamushure mekunge mbudzi dzashaikwa neministry makazonzika makakokwa imimi nemumwe wenyu nemusungo wepiri wekuti muke muchibatsira kaministry muchienda nawo kwacho kwamanga mati ndiko kwaiva nembudzi mukaramba kamukati maizokwanisawo kutaura napermanent secretary.
Inini ambeno kana muchiti refused kuti muri kuti chi because we never refused.
I do not know what you mean by refused because I never refused.
Kana maminutes achitaura kuti refused ndimboona patakanzi isusu naco-accused vangu takaramba. Asi takataura kuti kune some issues dzatoda kuclarify napermanent secretary.
I do not know if the minutes mentioned that we refused, but I said that there were some issues that I wanted to discuss with the permanent secretary.
The invitation was in relation to the goats of 32,500 that were invited. And then you said, no, you wanted to go and see the permanent secretary. And the goats were never found thereafter.
Imi mkamanga makokwa maringe nezvembudzi 32,500 mukati moda kunoona kapermanent secretary asi hamuna mbudzi dzazina kukwanisa kwana.
Pamwe mungatarisisa maminutes amukutaura nezvamuri kutaura. Inini ndakaenda kuministry ndinotsanangura about mobilization yatakambotaura nezvayo ndikabvunzwa nemutongi kunzi kana uchiti mobilization chimbotsanangura kuti uri kuti chii, ndikatsanangurira dare rino iri. Handina kumbobvira ndati inini ndine mbudzi saMoses Mpofu 32,500 kana kuti black deck ine mbudzi 32,500 pakati.
I went to the ministry to explain issues pertaining the mobilization process, and I was even tasked to explain what I meant by mobilization in court, and I did so. I never said that I had 32,500 goats in my personal capacity as Moses Mpofu.
So when the court verification was done of 32,500, there were no structures and you indicated that the goats were with different farmers, private farms. So it was at that point when the infrastructure, if at all it existed, could have been ascertained, but it was not there.
Ichocho achisichokwadi ndofunga ndakaitaura ndichiti dai kwakaitwa audit yekuti maparties ese ari involved akapinda vakaita zvaifanira kuitwa dai ichitaura pamwe and ndoda kutsanangura ndichiti contract edu yekuministry yakakanselwa 2022 asi muna 2023 musi wa 5 June Ministry of Agriculture contract iri cancelled vakarequesta kuti vape mbudzi dzavaida tikaendesa mbudzi zvekuti nanhasi Ministry of Agriculture haisati yamboti tipei mbudzi dzakati panzvimbo iyi Black Tech Private Limited ikatadza nanhasi.
So you think 4,000 goats is reasonable for $900 million? No, $1.6 billion that we got.
Saka muri kufungidzwa kuti mbudzi 4,200 dzikuenderana here nemari 1.6 billion yemugana.
Dai muchiziva vamabhauti kuti chirongwa chembudzi ichi chatisiya titori muzvikwereti pamusana pekuti isusu taishanda nezvatati nazvo pacontract.
If you know that this issue of goats had left us in debts, we were working with what was drafted on the contract.
Ministry yakatotirasisa nekuti yaifanira kutipa mari inodarika mari iyoyo kuti kave
let us down because it was supposed to give us an amount which was higher than that.
kuti tikwanise kuita sezvandataura ma setting up of ma holding pens, kubhadhara ma veterinary services, kubhadhara vashandi nationwide nekugadzirira program ye 5 years. Because kupera kwazvo mbudzi idzi Black Tech Private Limited nema agents ayo yaida kubreeda yega and the initial capital yaidiwa yaitodarika mari yatakabhadharwa neMinistry of Agriculture.
My Lord, I think
the amount that we received was for the setup of the holding pens and paying for the veterinary services and also to pay the workers. The amount that we received from the Ministry of Agriculture was lower than the amount that we wanted.
That we had agreed with them.
That we had agreed with them.
My Lord, the state will stop there to continue on Friday. Unless we are meeting tomorrow.
I may not be dealing with appeals tomorrow. Are you free to continue?
Sorry?
I may not be dealing with appeals tomorrow. Are you available to?
The state is available, so we can then take the 2 days and see how best we can finalize the matter.
I'm available.
Thank you, my Lord. Myself, I'm not available. I'm supposed to deal with the cross-examination on behalf of the second accused. I had allocated other matters as per the set down of the matters.
Okay. You have to deal with the cross-examination?
Yes, in respect.
Do you think, well, we could proceed if Mr. Mgia is available, and if we reach the stage where your client should be cross-examining, we can stop there?
Indeed, my Lord. That will not be a problem.
Okay. Can you see? Mr. Mpofu, you can.
Thank you.
Well, I have to manage the appeals because definitely won't be able to deal with the appeals tomorrow. But we just have to deal with the issue of postponing them. So can we start at 11?
That would be perfect.
It's the court business.
Yeah, so everybody concerned, not that we are not starting at 10, we are starting at 11. Tomorrow. Key spaces, please stand up. Come back tomorrow for continuation, for trial continuation. Any other business? The court will rise.
Ufamba nzima. Yes. Watora vatenga madringi